Hi everyone, if you've just arrived for this meditation, then welcome. If you are using it as a build on to the end of your practice, then welcome back. We are going to work through a guided meditation. It's a meditation to help establish or deepen this feeling of connection. Through a mixture of connecting to what's present around us and connecting to ourselves. You can either do this seated or lying down. I do feel like meditation feels quite impactful when it's seated, but it really is up to you. And I want you to listen to like energy level of the body, whether it's the start or the end of the day. So it is up to you. If you are in a seat, I'm sitting on a block. I like to sit elevated. If you have a pillow or something to sit on, you can even do this in a chair, feet on the floor. I just want you to feel comfortable. Okay, so I'll give you about 30 to 60 seconds to make your way there if you're not already. If you are in your seat, you can use this time to fidget, to get rid of that restless feeling, to even out your seat, maybe even to take some big breaths on your own. So that kind of big breath that signals to ourselves, to our body, to our nervous system that, hey, it's okay to relax. It's okay to become present now. And then wherever you are, see if you can start to find a little bit of stillness. I'm going to bring eyes closed. So we'll start together by breathing in through the nose. You can breathe to the top of the breath. And then through the nose or the mouth, but just make it a long, smooth exhale. We'll go once more, breathing in. And a long, smooth exhale. And then just let the body kind of bounce back into that very steady, predictable, dependable breath. I want it to feel like a breath that we're witnessing, but not necessarily controlling, just observing. And we're going to start first by just absorbing what's happening around us. It might seem like there's not a lot, but if you notice, can you really notice, observe sound? And it's vital that we feel here that there isn't a sound that feels disruptive. There's not a sound that's wrongly placed. Stay neutral to the sound that you hear and just staying in that seat of witness, of pure observation, kind of neutral to everything you hear. Get familiar with the temperature in the room. The temperature of your body. And then notice what feels a little more tangible. So your sit bones on the ground or on the block, the back body that might be lying on the floor. Start to notice your breath again and again. Just let it be this really even, rhythmic, possibly fairly soft breath. And I want you to start to notice yourself. I always like to picture this part of ourselves at the very center of ourselves in terms of where it sits in the physical body. And this being our true self, the part of us that exists beyond the physical body, beyond breath, beyond thought. And that feeling when you arrive there is just this feeling of a quiet presence. So just familiarizing yourself with that, feeling that part of yourself. Again, just spending some time there, just noticing. And now that feeling of establishing a connection. I want it to feel like the more time we can spend here, the deeper or the more we can enrich that connection. And if you want to give that connection a visual, you can imagine it as a path or a stream of light. Maybe something tangible like a rope or a string. And imagine that your time, your presence, your attention here can feed into deepening this connection. If we take ourselves all the way to the end of that connection, to that center part of ourselves, again, I want you to imagine it in a visual as a big, still body of water. This can be a pond, a lake, a dam, but a body of water that feels like it represents calm and still, and this essential feeling of it being uninterrupted. And you can take yourself to this body of water. So kind of mentally take yourself there and imagine embodying these attributes, these feelings. Calm, still, that uninterrupted presence. And then recognizing that this feeling sits at the center of yourself. And no matter what goes on around you, whether it's right now or over the rest of the day, the course of the week, no matter how turbulent things become around us, within you, you have this quiet calm, this presence, this center that feels steady and uninterrupted always. I'm going to leave you here to just spend a little bit of time with this visual. Stay with the feeling of that body of water, that feeling of establishing or deepening that connection. And hope the steady feeling can carry you through whatever it needs to over the course of the day, the week. Thank you, as always, for joining me, and I'll see you next time.